This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman. An estimated 7 million people took part in No Kings rallies Saturday across the United States to protest President Trump's embrace of authoritarianism. Organizers say protests were held in 2,600 villages, hamlets, towns, cities across all 50 states in what was one of the largest days of protests in U.S. history, surpassing the 5 million in the first No Kings Day of action in June. In Chicago, the protest stretched for 2 miles as about 250,000 people took to the street. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson called for a general strike in his address. An estimated 200,000 people rallied in Washington, D.C. The metro area of Washington, D.C. has the highest concentration of federal workers furloughed and fired. An estimated 200,000 people were in the nation's capital.
My name is Anthony Lee. I'm from Woodlawn, Maryland. I'm a member of National Treasury Employees Union, Chapter 282, that represents employees at the Food and Drug Administration. I'm here today because we shouldn't have kings in America, and to stand up for our democracy, to get our services back, to make sure that what's been happening in this country, that someone stands up to it, stops it, and makes a change. I'm currently furloughed. I'm a federal employee at the FDA. Myself and hundreds of our employees there are furloughed. We want to work. We want to get back to work, to getting back to doing the job that we were hired to do, to protect and promote the health and safety of the American public. And so employees are now going without a paycheck, struggling to figure out how they're going to make ends meet, how they're going to pay for their bills, and uncertain about their future in the federal government.
My name is Kathleen Romig, and I formerly worked at the Social Security Administration. Well, we're asking Congress to stand up. They have the power of the purse. They have oversight control over all of these important federal programs, including Social Security, and we're asking them to be the co-equal branch of government that they really should be, and to push back against something that all their constituents and voters rely upon.
I'm Kathleen. I'm from Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, and I'm here because we got to get ICE out of the streets.
I'm Sophia. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm here from UNC Chapel Hill visiting my friend. And I'm here because I am a big supporter of women's rights, women's reproductive freedom, abortion, etc.
It's a really big Latin community back home, and it's really affected our city because honestly, the immigrants run our city. Like, the only reason everything works, the restaurants, like everything, is because of the immigrants, and we need them in America.
I'm Paul Asadebe. I'm a resident of DC, and I'm here because I'm a federal worker who's furloughed, who's been fired under this administration, and whose agency had been shut down way before the current shutdown. So I'm here to make sure that we make our voices heard, because federal workers want to work. We want to serve the people. That's what I came here to do. We were already not being allowed to do that, so we need to change things up. We need to make it clear that we can't have an authoritarian government, a government that's turned into nothing but a weapon, because that's what it seems like is happening right now.
I'm from the US. I'm a US citizen, originally from India, and I'm here today because I think that governing by fear is a really bad idea. I think that we're not getting our voices out there, and if you think about how social change actually happens, it happens through collective action. And I really believe in this. And though I was scared to come here because of the threats, the quite overt threats coming from the other side, I'm very happy to be here, and I really felt it was important to be here. I mean, if you look at the actual polls, we're not divided the way they're trying to present at all. We care about the same things. We care about affordable health care, we care about affordable education, we care about a living wage, we care about fair housing and affordable housing, and those are things that unite us, not divide us. So I think it's super important for us to be out here and to demand a government that represents us and not the billionaires.
I'm Carolyn. I'm from Reston, Virginia, and when I heard the Republicans start calling protesters terrorists, it got my blood boiling. I cannot believe that they are trying to squash our First Amendment along with everything else that they're doing to America. And my other sign is, I want my democracy back. We're all looking for a little bit of hope because we're all very distressed at what's happening to our democracy. They're stripping away our rights left and right, and the rule of law is just disappearing, like the pardon he gave to George Santos last night. As long as you're a Republican, he'll let you go. If you're not, then he puts you in jail. So I'm very terrified about what's happening to the US right now. And being here, it's with like-minded people, and it's hopefully together we can make our thoughts known and to put up some protest to what's happening. We're losing our democracy.
My name is Tala. I'm Palestinian from Florida, and I'm here from Tampa, Florida to represent my people and the struggle we're advocating for. I think our problem is more than the person in power. Fascism is the system and letting it get to this point because of one person. So I'm here to bring awareness to that and express my values as a citizen, as an American. As a Palestinian, we've been affected for ongoing 76 years. The past 2 years, the genocide during the past 2 years has been the most violent, atrocious escalation we've ever seen. And during his second term, we're seeing more restriction than ever on freedom of speech. I mean, we're seeing people get detained, people getting wrongfully imprisoned because of their speech and their activism and their human rights, humanitarian work, feeding children, working for nonprofits. I mean, we're seeing political prisoners in this country.
My name is Joseph Tiernan. Right now I'm over in Arlington, Virginia on the other side of the river. I'm here today because I want to resist Trump, but I also need people to remember why we got Trump in the first place. Democrats easily could have won the last election, but they couldn't stop supporting Israel while they were slaughtering tens of thousands of Palestinians. Despite what the voter base polls, I seem to still run into a lot of people who don't want to hold our actual Democrat leadership accountable for it. There seems to be a pretty decent dissonance. Leadership has shifted a little bit over the last year, but not a lot. I'm still not seeing the word genocide used a whole lot by leadership. I still see people not supporting or endorsing Zoran Mamdani just because he's Muslim and he's supporting Palestine. And there's a big divide between what our leadership says and what the voters say. And a lot of voters understand that what we're doing is wrong, but they don't want to hold our leadership accountable for it.
I'm Jago Gordon. I'm from up in Tacoma, DC side. And I'm here today to show my support. No kings. Like, this is crazy. I'm over 50 years old, and I feel like, how can we be here now? It feels like we came so far, and yet we're slipping back. So I'm going to do whatever I can to show my support, and hopefully we take down this king. I hope that, we're creating awareness for a lot of the people who might not believe this is real or might believe the lies of this administration, and just to show all those people that, yeah, you have support.
I'm Chuck Young. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I'm here because Donald Trump is a fascist, and it's time that we all stood up to the man. And this idiot administration is just, they're gutting the country. Donald Trump is stealing from the country amazingly amount. You don't need any of the things that he wants to do, and I don't know how we got here. That's the worst part and we got here pretty fast. Last 10 years, this country has turned so far to the right, we might as well be Nazi Germany before, the war. So I felt I had to come. That's all.
My name is Rachel, and I'm from South Bend, Indiana, and I'm here to protest against the huge issues with Trump taking over the federal government and putting the military against our own citizens. Because as we've been seeing our democracy and the total destroying of our constitutional rights, I felt it was my duty to come out here to protest today.
Voices from the streets of the No Kings protest in Washington, D.C. that is the highest concentration in the D.C. metro area of furloughed and fired federal workers. This was one of some 2,600 rallies nationwide. Special thanks to Jessel Noor. Thanks for watching Democracy Now! On YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to make sure you never miss a video. And for more of our audience-supported journalism, go to democracynow.org, where you can download our news app, sign up for our newsletter, subscribe to the daily podcast, and so much more.